Monday morning blues seemed to have gripped the Lal Street as the benchmark indices ended lower after a very choppy trading session, with the Nifty ending near the day's low but still managing to hold on to the 10,050 mark. The Sensex as well ended about 50 odd points lower at 32,270 levels. It was IT and Pharma, the biggest laggards in trade. Tanveer Gill, of course, joins in from the markets desk. And Tanveer, 10,050 still defended by Nifty.
It was a stable session for the markets. If you were to look at the benchmark indices, for the broader markets, there was more excitement to report, with the mid-cap and the small-cap indices closing up higher by about 1.5%, but lots of stock-specific activity which I want to highlight for our viewers. Starting off with the Nifty gainers ahead of earnings, Tata Steel was the top-performing stock on the index, followed by IOC, BPCL. The oil marketing companies are definitely into a re-rating zone, so be mindful, because after a double-digit move last week, the rally continued for these names. SBI, ICICI Bank, some of the PSU banks as well as public sector companies have been enjoying the fancy of the markets in lieu of the Bharat 22 ETF that was announced in Friday's session last week. Among key losers on the Nifty, you had Bharti Infratel, which lost ground. Tata Motors DVR was a bit weaker. Infosys, NTPC also saw some profit taking. The newsmakers of the session, and there were a whole host of stocks that dominated the space in the broader market, but I'll just highlight some of the select newsmakers that pretty much determined a trend of buying interest within those segments. M&M, and you had despite good earnings and the slew of upgrades coming in, the stock being weighed down by the sentiment of a higher additional cess for SUVs. Let's see how that pans out. As of now, still awaiting clarity. The stock was down about 1.5%. Jayaprakash Associates, and this one lifted the sentiment for all the debt-laden companies in the market. So you had a GBK, a GMR Infra, Unitech, where there was some HNI buying interest. They saw a sporadic buying interest as well, but Jayaprakash Associates must be highlighted in the way the stock performed in the session in lieu of their first operating level profit being reported in the last 2 years. So that was a story that held ground. Aside of that, there was Apollo Tyres, and the entire tire industry is in focus on account of the anti-dumping duty, despite earnings not being that strong this time around. And Repco Home Finance, the housing finance companies may have enjoyed a stellar run in the past, but Repco Home Finance, on the back of disappointing earnings and asset quality concerns, stepped back about 8% after gaining nearly 30% plus from the start of the year till now.